Hello, my wonderful people. I brought us another broadcast here. In case you are wondering who is on the line, I still remain your one and only Okute Delita, or can never change. The same voice of yesterday, today, and forever. If you have not subscribed to my channel, endeavor to do that anytime soon. If you have never turned on the notification button, please do that as soon as possible so that you'll be notified each time we have something new in this channel or any other channel related to Okute Daily Talk. I thank you all and I welcome you all. To those who have been in one way or the other supporting this ministry, may the Almighty Chukwuka bless you, bless the works of your hand. In case you have forgotten to get your PVC this election period, please endeavor to go and get your PVC. One day you leave your business, will not spoil anything for you. It will rather make a very good way for your unborn generation, because your election, your votes counts in all ramifications. So anyone telling you your vote does not count, that person don't want the best for this nation. No matter what they do or say, election that you have been hearing before is quite different from what we're about to witness this February 2023, if there will be any. Because the two elephants are fighting. The two elephants are fighting. First, it was PDP, APC, who was ranting. Giri, Achimogu this, Achimogu that, Festus Kiamu. Nobody's hearing, nobody's, the internet now, both Twitter, everywhere have been covered with Festus Kiamu's voice. Festus Kiamu's action. I want to take Atiku to court. Why must we do this? We have a case at hand of 109 billion. As a son, senior advocate of Nigeria, and he said he worked with EFCC. For one day, I have not seen Festus Kiamu commented on that very issue till date. But simply because this one happens to be an opposition whereby they have already feel threatened by Atiku's appearance or Obi's appearance or Kwankwaso's appearance. So, and the election in Nigeria have been between APC and PDP since we returned to democracy since 1999. So for them to feel threatened, maybe they don't recognize other political parties as anything, or maybe they have psych Obi in any way they can. They did not. They turned to Doyin Okupe. Doyin Okupe use brain on them. Tell them that he had been in this game even before so-called Tunumbu and the rest of them. He quietly stepped down from his position so that they will not distract what the young man in Labour Party is doing, the good work they are doing. They try, they did not see. Now they frame up Atiku Abubakar through one Michael Achimogu. Whether it is a frame up or not a frame up, but the bottom line there still remains that all have sinned and come short of the glory of God, according to the Bible. You get it? Yes. That not any of them will come out and tell me that you are innocent. Obi might be corrupt, but not as corrupted as all these two. All those two now senior brother and junior brother. APC and PDP for their own corruption. You know, get part two. Now, the PDP don't go deep. We are not talking about the case of 30 years ago, where United States of America indicted Mazi Tunumbu, where he forfeited over $460,000 from whatever either narcotic deal or taxes. They are the one to say. I cannot say because I was not there, and I am not a lawyer, and I am not a secret police. So it's only them that knows exactly what happened there and why they have chosen to keep silent over this very issue. Because people have been voicing out since. And how can Pablo Escobar, according to Dino Malaye, and Osama bin Laden be president and vice president in Nigeria, that Nigeria will be finished? So now, they don't go dig deep. They don't go dig deep. Come bring out the main issue, the main baba for corruption. So if you are taking me to court, I am taking you to court. I believe on what Mahdi Shehu said in his interview with the other channel or Arise TV. He said the 2023 election, if it might hold, because this thing that is happening now, I don't know if these two people will be disqualified, because they're supposed to be disqualified. If Nigeria is working with the law, Nigeria is really one of the best for its citizens and the country, the APC presidential candidate and PDP supposed to be disqualified according to my own understanding, because you cannot have anything, any corruption these practices hanging on your neck, and you still want to become the president of the nation, number one citizen in the nation, whereby you are going to represent over 216 million individuals or citizens in Nigeria. Outside there, whether you are going for United Nations, whatever meeting you are going, you are representing them, not yourself. So if you have anything, that's why I love the Westerners. I love the Westerners. The Minister of Health in Netherlands, in Portugal, the other time, she resigned from her office. What happened? That an Indian woman who came from India to Portugal, in their capital city, Lisbon, she have an attack and the woman is pregnant. You understand? Either she's asthmatic or whatever, or she have heartburn. I don't know what. I can't recollect that sickness that she's suffering. So upon all the whole hospitals in their capital territory, they couldn't save the woman's life. I think the woman have heart attack, and the woman gave up the ghost. Why this Minister of Health retired? He said that it's a disgrace to her for being a Minister of Health, that somebody who came on a tourist in their own country, his own regime could not save that lady. The woman resigned from her office. Nigeria is the only country that somebody will have a lot of corruption charges. Even most of them, their cases are in the court, either in the EFCC, ICPC, or Bureau de Control, or whatever they call them. All of them have cases in those offices. See, yet those same offices will still allow them to be jumping up and down. They want to contest for office upon all the corruption charges that they have been called for. They have been answering for a very long time. Most of them have occupied offices 7, 8, 9 years, 10, even 20 something years in this country. They cannot give a proper account of how they handle the public funds in their care, yet they are still jumping up. For you to see that Nigeria or Africa at large, nothing is working, yet they will claim to be imitating the Westerners kind of a government or lifestyle or democracy. Is that how US doing? Can US have somebody who have a drug case, even if, as long as your name is being mentioned in that thing, even if you don't go to prison or whatever because of that, you can never near any public office in those countries, because it's a very big disgrace to them. If mistakenly somebody carry Pablo Escobar to become a president in his own country, then tell me how the international community will recognize them. And everybody will become a suspect as people who are into drug dealings. I will move on too much. Nigeria, it is time we wake up. The new Nigeria we are about to build. Join that moving train if you believe. Go and get your PVC. Prepare to vote on the election day. Do not say your vote does not count. Your vote counts. So vote and also defend your vote. So my good people, we are about to take off now. Please let us take the headlines, and then after on we do it as usual. Tinubu will take care of Igbos the same way Buhari has been doing Umahi. Thank you very much. You said the same way. Thank you. You did not say Tinubu will take care of the Igbos the same way he did in Lagos. That would have been But talking about Buhari taking care of the Igbos, you know that 100% you lied. So thank God you bring it to the general masses at least. Just like what APC presidential candidate said earlier on. He said he want to continue from the legacy of Mazi Tinubu, Mazi Buhari. So you can see that Mazi Buhari have no any legacy to leave. Only the legacy we will leave is if you conduct this election free and fair, according to all Nigerians. This is not my only perspective. The whole Nigerians know that there is no any legacy our able Bubu is going to live while leaving office. He has destroyed the country. He have called us backward like 50 years back. That is what he called us. And for we to get out of the mess APC put us into this country, under 8 years, my dear, it will take us more than 20 years to get back if we can be able to get it right. But if we make another mistake, that means we are going 100 years backward, like the time that we are during the stone age. So you have the mind to come and tell us that Tinubu will take care of the Igbos, just like Buhari. Tell me where. The Buhari you are defending, the person who openly tell us that 95% of whatever he will do within his 8 years in office will go to those who give him 95% voting. Then the Igbos voted for PDP, they have only 5%, and that is why the population of the East reduced. He did us everything to the extent of hijacking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under his own government. Why the people who are busy killing and destroying the economy of the country, who are make our wives, our fathers, our aged mothers, our farmers not to go to their various farms to farm today, all of them, they are being the one. Tomorrow you hear that we have a 20 surrendered Boko Haram. They surrendered to this thing. Now they have got into what do they call it, rehabilitation or radicalization or whatever it's being called. The next day, all of them, they will put them into the army. They don't even know their left from their right. Boko Haram, Ishuwa foot soldiers. And in the next 30 days, they are went for small training. They will pack AK-47, give all of them and send them to East. And they continue the killings from where they stopped. So this is where the legacy or the taking care of the Igbos that he did, that the Tinubu will continue. You are now telling yourself the truth, devil my. So let us move to another headline. Why NDLEA can't prosecute me over alleged drug trafficking? Abba Kyari speaking, either from his home or from abroad, we don't know. But we all know that Abba Kyari is not in Kuje prison. 2 chiefs, 5 others arrested over a Edo train attack. Now our people, they do us, now we they do ourselves. We will surely find out who did this. After 30 years, Olusegun Obasanjo OBJ states why MKO Abiola didn't become Nigeria's president. Boko Haram, what I told Donald Trump when he asked me why Christians are being killed in Nigeria. That is Buhari speaking. Another video clip don share case online in case of people will be obedient. This one, the opposition they do this one. All this one, unknown gunmen attack P2B supporter, destroy car. This one na film clip Man, I hear am very well. This one na film clip abi a movie script. I don't know where they edited this one and brought it to the public. All this one is to put fear in the body of all the obedience in the southeast who have already prepared their mind on who to vote and which is a Labour Party presidential candidate. Tinubu, this one is PDP speaking. You have fallen into the pit, you dog for Atiku. Explain how you stole 20 billion naira from Lagos. That is PDP speaking. I really enjoy this their fight. You people should continue this fight so that at the end of 2020 February, they will say, oh, there is no more election again. Either we have interim government or the country will be divided. But that has been our prayers for long. This one is the prayers of the innocent who have been killed in this country. That is the prayers working. Nobody should see this thing as if it's a what do I call it? It's a blackmailing or whatever. The blood of the innocent that have been shed in this country through one way or the other, through incident killings, through Boko Harams. Why the government are the one defending these people? That's their blood working against these two governments because they have killed enough. These two parties have reduced the population of Nigeria. By now, Nigeria is supposed to be 230 million. Yes. You know how many people they killed on a daily basis? Go and check the statistics, and you will see how many people killed only January to December of 2020 in the southeast. So we're not talking about other north central, northwest, and northeast or south and the rest of them. In the southeast, So for you to know that these people, they have really dealt with us. So my good people, we are about to take off now. Please tighten your seatbelt. While we start our news from Tinubu, we take care of the Igbos the same way Buhari has been doing, according to David Umahi. Ebonyi State Governor David Umahi says the Igbo has a lot to benefit if they vote the presidential candidate of All Progressive Congress, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, into power in 2023. Speaking at the kickoff of the party's local government campaign rallies in Eboko, the headquarters of Izi local government area, Umahi said Tinubu will take care of Igbo people the same way President Muhammadu Buhari has been doing, which is lie. The governor also urged the people of the state to cast their vote for APC governorship candidate Francis Nwufuru and all other party candidates across board for record purposes and to keep the record straight. Oga Bubu never take care of the Igbos, okay? So that anyone hearing my voice will know that I speak it during my own time. Let it be known. Everything can forget. You and I can forget, but internet never forget. YouTube never forget. He said, we must go back to our polling units. We are standing with Tinubu and Shetima upon all the whole killings in Amufu and also in Izi, in that Ebonyi State. You are still calling us to go to vote for APC. Either your brain is congealed or it has been filled with cobwebs. He said we must go back to our polling units. We are standing with Tinubu and Shetima. They will take care of Ebonyi State the way Buhari took care of Ebonyi State. The way Buhari has been taking care of us, that is the way Jagaban is going to take care of Ndigbo. Somebody who has not taken care of himself can take care of over 1 million people. Jagaban was the governor of Lagos State, and under him, Ndigbo in Lagos prospered. Also. And they are still prospering. We are not guided by sentiment. We will follow the man that knows the way. How did Ndigbo prosper under Tinubu? Tinubu used Ndigbo to develop almost some parts of Lagos that have been bush. If you come here to develop the next 5 years, they will give you run. That is under the order of Tinubu, and he's still ruling Lagos State tomorrow. You will go another place, go to develop there, he will give you run and give the shop to Yoruba people. And you said, anyway, politics, you can say anything you like. This speaker has been with me for 16 years, from when I was party chairman to when I was made deputy governor and then governor. If you see anybody contesting governor from Ebonyi South, he is not one of us. We are not in support. When it was the turn of the South, the Abakaliki bloc came out to support us. Why Nigeria Drug Law Enforcement Agency can't prosecute me over alleged drug trafficking, according to Abba Kyari. The embattled Deputy Commissioner of Police, DCP Abba Kyari, has said the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency does not have the power to prosecute him over alleged drug trafficking. Kyari, who was the head of the Police Intelligence Response Team, IRT, is on trial for allegedly tampering with the cocaine that was seized from 2 convicted drug peddlers, namely Chibunna Patrick Umuibe and Emeka Alphonsus Ezewanne. Kyari is answering to an 8-count charge. The NDLEA preferred him and 4 members of his team: Assistant Commissioner of Police ACP John Sunday J. Obia, Assistant Superintendent of Police ACP Bawa James, Inspector Simon Agrega, and Inspector John Nuhu. At the resumed proceedings on the matter on Wednesday, Kyari, through his lawyer, Mr. Nuruni Jimo San, maintained that the charge against him was legally defective. The police officer told the court that the charge was premature, insisting that the NDLEA ought to have allowed police to exhaust its internal machinery before it instituted the action. He told the court that the police had already commenced an investigation into allegations against him and issued an interim report. Kyari maintained that he could only be charged to court upon conclusion of internal investigation by the police. He argued that the Police Service Commission has similar powers to investigate and discipline erring police officers in line with the Police Act regulations. Who will discipline you? Somebody you are richer than will discipline you. Somebody that you are higher than will discipline you. Man. The same way the National Judicial Council NJC discipline judicial officers. Consequently, Kyari ordered the court to quash the charge and discharge him. His application was also adopted by other defendants who prayed the court to terminate the further proceedings in the charge against him. In his submission, the NDLEA, through its Director of Legal Service, Sunday Joseph, urged the court dismiss the defendant's preliminary objections, which it argued was based on a fundamental misconception of the law. In a counter affidavit it filed before the court, the NDLEA argued that what it brought before the court was a criminal case for the violation of laws and not a disciplinary action for the infringement of police service rules. He told the court that unlike the Armed Forces Act that made provision for establishment of a court-martial, the Nigeria Act expressly stated that a police officer are not exempted from any criminal liability under the law. The NDLEA further argued that if it was the duty of the police to investigate or prosecute drug-related cases, it would not have transferred such cases to it. The agency disclosed that it was the police itself that brought this matter to them, knowing that it has no power to handle the cases that fall under the NDLEA Act. It therefore urged the trial judge to dismiss the application and proceed to hear the case. After he had listened to both parties, Justice Emeka Nwite adjourned the matter till March 22 for a ruling. Two chiefs and 5 others, they don't gbab them, police don't arrest them concerning the attack wey happen for Edo train Igweben. The 2 village chiefs and 5 others have been arrested in connection with the January 7 train attack, which resulted in the kidnap of 20 passengers at the 32 passengers, my dear, at the Igweben train station in Edo State. All these people want to know how to cut news. Nigeria News report that the State Commissioner for Communication and Orientation, Chris Naikare, made the disclosure during a press briefing on Wednesday in Benin City, the state capital. The commissioner said 7 other suspects had also been arrested in connection with the incident and they have been helping with the investigations. Naikare added that 2 remaining passengers in captivity have also been rescued by security agents, certain that all the kidnapped victims have been rescued. He, however, failed to reveal the names of the village chiefs, adding that further details will be given by the police. He said, "We are pleased to announce that the 2 victims have been rescued and 7 suspects, including 2 village chiefs, have been arrested in connection with the incident, and they are helping with investigations. We thank the press for the support they have given in the last few weeks." Reacting to the development, the executive director, Esan Youth for Good Governance and Justice and Social Justice, Benson Odia, said the chiefs were innocent, adding that their arrest had political undertone. In a chat with The Punch, Odia claimed that Governor Godwin Obaseki was behind their arrest for not supporting his political party, adding that the governor is trying to use them as scapegoats. He said, "You see, the government is playing politics. The chiefs were never accused of being a perpetrator of whatever. The arrest of those chiefs and the traditional rulers has a political undertone because these days they are now partisans. They are not supporting his political party. That is why the governor is trying to use them as scapegoats." Banditry was not only taking place in Igweben Forest and Udo Forest, but because there was a train attack, the governor is now trying to use some traditional rulers as a scapegoat in this regard. After 30 years, Obasanjo don state why MKO Abiola no become Nigeria's president. After 25 years of his demise, former President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo stated on Wednesday while the late Chief Moshood Abiola MKO could not become Nigeria's president. Let us hear him out. Nigeria News understand that MKO Abiola was named the presumed winner of the June 12, 1993 presidential elections. However, the publisher business and the politician was denied the position and later was assassinated in Abuja on 7 July of 1998, 5 years later. Delivering a speech on Wednesday at the lecture titled Eyini Iwewa, You Are Our Epistle in Ogun State, Obasanjo said MKO Abiola could not be Nigeria president 3 decades ago due to the action of some bad belly people. The former military head made the assertion at the centenary celebrations of the Baptist Boys High School at Abeokuta, Ogun State capital. According to him, MKO Abiola, a product of BBHS, was denied his mandate. Obasanjo said without the moral virtues and sound education impacted on him by BBHS, he would have not become what he is today. He stressed that the school modeled the late sage Obafemi Awolowo, former judge of the International Court of Justice, Prince Bola Ajibola, among others, into what they all become in life, according to OBJ. Awolowo was at BBHS in 1928. Ajibola graduated in 1955. Abiola was among the 1956 set, while Obasanjo left the school in 1957. Nigeria News understand Obasanjo noted that aside from education, the 100-year-old school had at different times calculated godly virtue in all its products. Without BBHS, I would not have been what I am, Obasanjo declared. The Italian general said the BBHS would have had MKO Abiola as another former president apart from him, but bad belly prevented him from becoming Nigerian president. Obasanjo said, today there are distinguished old boys in all walks of life, that is private sector, academia, military and paramilitary, civil society, traditional rulership, etc. Such is the president of Old Boys Association of BBHS, Prof. Kayode Oyesuku. I believe that I must not be too forgetful to leave out yours truly, the son of Obasanjo, a modest, war victorious general and former military head of state and former president of Nigeria, Chief MKO Abiola, the first communication industry millionaire in Nigeria and the acclaimed winner of the 1993 presidential election, who was in class by himself. If not for the Nigerian bad belly, MKO Abiola would have been president, and with me as president, we would have needed one more old school of BBHS to present for us to permanently locate it in BBHS after 3 times. And that is a challenge for top and coming generations of old boys, the octogenarian, or the new generation, to preserve the moral virtues and discipline impacted on them by the school and pass it on to perpetuity. Obasanjo said that what all products of BBHS in common is godly virtue inculcated in them by the school. That was Education Plus. We carry it to anywhere we go as epistle written by BBHS to our families, our communities, our states, our country, and our continent of Africa, and indeed our world. We must impact with humility, honesty, integrity, wisdom, courage, competence, and fear of God. These must continue to be our characteristics and our attributes to make a change for good. Wherever we are, we must be different, Obasanjo lamented. Boko Haram, make una hear wetin Bubu tell or the answer he gave to Donald Trump, when Donald Trump dey ask am say why be say na only Christians dey kill for Nigeria, make una hear the answer of una president. President Muhammadu Buhari had recalled a private meeting in which former head of state President Donald Trump asked him why Christians are being killed in Nigeria. According to Buhari, Trump had asked him then as the US president during a meeting between both leaders why Christians are getting killed in Nigeria. Why are you killing Christians in Nigeria? Buhari, I recall Trump asking him during their meeting. The Nigerian leader replied that contrary to what some people believe, Christians are not being killed in Nigeria, but some criminal elements hiding under the guise of religion are the ones carrying out killings for their selfish interests. He emphasized the need for continuous education so that larger populace will not be hoodwinked. Buhari made the disclosure while speaking at Nouakchott, Mauritania on Tuesday during a meeting with the United States ambassador at large for international religious freedom, Rashid Hussein. The Nigerian president was quoted in a statement by his spokesman Femi Adesina to have explained that the killings are not religious, but only that some persons promoting Boko Haram and other terrorist interests in Nigeria are hiding under the canopy of religion to advance their selfish agenda. Nalayo. Ambassador Hussein was quoted to have emphasized his country's readiness to partner with Nigeria in promoting religious harmony and peaceful coexistence. The statement partly read, recounting his private meeting at the White House with the former President Donald Trump. The Nigerian leader recalls Trump asked him, why are you killing Christians in Nigeria, and how we proceeded to tell him that the issue in the country was not religious but rather criminal, and the usage of religious by some elements to further their economic and sometimes political interests. But Trump might not be far from the truth by asking that question, because in southern Kaduna, what dominated there is only Christians, and there have been attacks since the inception of El-Rufai. There have been attacks on that southern Kaduna. Southern Kaduna is the only state that they did mass burial. In all last 24 hours, those people struck again and took 53. Out of 7 escaped, then remained 45 in their custody. Today, no one is hearing about them. That is Nigeria for you. It is a problem Nigeria have been struggling with it for a long time, and it is completely unnecessary, President Buhari said. Some people use religion as sentiment, but with adequate education, people are seeing through it now. Majority of the people just want to practice their religion without problem, but some people cash in on religious misunderstanding for their own ends. When people are educated, they are able to discern when others want to use religion for certain ends. They do it mostly for material reasons. Also, when some people are incompetent, they bring in all sorts of excuses, including religion. Ambassador Hussein said the United States of America is interested in partnering with Nigeria in the areas of formal and non-formal education towards religious harmony. There is so much we can do together to promote peace, promote communal harmony. We love what you are doing, and we would be glad to assist you appropriate, he said. According to PDP, it don't happen. They don't tell Tinubu say the pitch where you dug for Atiku, you don't fall into it. You need to come to explain to the masses, to Lagosians as well, what happens to 20 billion naira from Lagos funds. Atiku Okowa Presidential Campaign Organization had asked the All Progressive Congress APC Presidential Campaign to apologize over its failed attempts to tarnish the reputation of the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Atiku Abubakar. The spokesperson of the Atiku Okowa Presidential Campaign Organization, Kola Olobwendiyan, made the demand at a press conference in Abuja on Wednesday through Symphony. According to him, the presidential candidate of the APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has shot himself in the leg by alleging hiring the former head of Atiku to make false allegations. Okay, now I have agreed that he is the former head of Atiku. Before, All of you are denying, even including Daniel Boala, including what do they call him, Dino Malaya, the defense minister. All of you are denying. Now is a formal. Ologbo Dinian insisted that Achimogo's allegation had led to the unraveling of Tinubu's involvement in the use of special purpose vehicles, especially the Alpha Beta Company, to fleece Lagos State under the guise of tax collection. Hey, why don't they finish? More than continue fighting, this fight can never finish. I disagree, it can never finish. He said, now that Tinubu's evil diversionary scheme against Atiku Abubakar has failed, and Nigerians have seen that there is no iota of truth in his allegations against Atiku Abubakar, our campaign demands that Tinubu should tender an unreserved apology to Atiku Abubakar. He should listen to the voice within and withdraw from the presidential race. If anyone is to be arrested and disqualified from the presidential race on account of corruption, certainly that person is not Atiku Abubakar but Bola Ahmed Tinubu, according to Olobode Yan. He went on to describe Tinubu as an artful dodger who was trying to create a diversion from his crimes by carrying out character assassination on Atiku. Olobode Yan said, like the age-long approving states, those who dig pits for the innocent always fall into the pit. There is no any pit here, my dear. The Atiku you are defending, Atiku Abubakar, is not a part of the reason Nigeria don't have light. Simply because he is into importation of generator. I pass my neighbor full time. So tell me how he's going to give us light and spoil his family business. The legacy that he's going to leave for his family. Then he will bring that light to Nigeria. And who will buy the gen? Who will buy the gen? That is the simple question there. Nobody's scared to ask this question. Everybody keeps silent. This is the case in the vexatious plot by Asuwaju Tinubu to divert attention from his litany of atrocity by seeking to impugn the implacable character of our candidate Atiku Abubakar with the unfounded controversy of corruption. Today, the entire world has seen that the real Mr. SPV, the corruption kingpin, the real artful dodger of Nigeria's is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Milokon presidential candidate of APC. I heard somebody saying everybody had chopped their own, now it is time for Tinubu to go and chop his own. That is Nigeria for you. Olobode Yan alleged that when Tinubu realized that his corrupt activities were about to be unearthed, he hired Achimogu to serve as a diversion. He claimed that Tinubu has been desperately trying to divert attention from his alleged use of Alpha Beta Consulting Limited and Alpha Beta LPP companies he reportedly owned by proxy to loot over 100 billion naira tax money belonging to Lagos State since 2002. The PDP star stated that Nigerians are now aware of how Alpha Beta held the exclusive right to collect taxes in Lagos State in return for a commission under very shady arrangement through which it reportedly siphoned billions of naira belonging to Lagos State. Bola Tinubu, sensing that his many corruption activities, especially his fleecing of Lagos State with many special purpose vehicles companies was about to come to light, rushed to hire a serial blackmailer, as he has always done, to foul the public space with fabricated allegations against Atiku Abubakar. The public is now aware of a petition before an anti-corruption agency wherein Tinubu's alleged SPV company was reported to have used another company which shares same address with Tinubu's office on Idowu Taylor Street in Lagos to launder Lagos State funds. Documents cited in one of the anti-corruption agencies revealed that Tinubu's SPV allegedly laundered over 20 billion naira, $46.5 million in different currencies to several companies, including payments of 1 billion naira, $2.3 million to company that is widely known to belong to him. So my people, when I don't hear them, this is now where we are going to bring our broadcast, or that where we are going to pack our kaya to go, because time is money and time is not our side. So we don't have to waste much of your time, neither do we want to waste much of ours. So my good people, this is where we are coming to the end. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please endeavor to do that as soon as possible. Make sure you turn on the notification button so that you'll be notified each time we go live or post something new on this channel or another channel related to Okute Daily Talk. You not touch the dial, please. Make sure you pass on this message, share it with your family and friends and your brothers all over the world, wherever they are, so that they may be part of this moving trend. I give you the blessings of this day, the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Whatever you do, wherever you go, anywhere you find yourself, blessings of the Almighty Chukwuka shall bless you, follow you, locate you, and arrange everything that concerns you. So my good people of Biafra and the people of Nigeria, the lovers of freedom and obedience worldwide, I greet you all and I say, may the Lord bless us all in Jesus' mighty name. I have prayed. Amen.